Hello, bass family, and welcome to Everything Bass. So, another bass book deep dive, and let's get right into it. The what? What is it? Well, it's Berklee's Jazz Bass, and I featured this on an encore item as an encore item. Now, if you're newer to the channel, in my first 6 months of the channel, I'd always end each lesson with just a quick little 2-minute talking about something. I called it the encore item. It could be a recording, could be a book, a video, something, a piece of gear that might help you in your practice. But based on some of the comments people were giving me many moons ago, they wanted me to go deeper. Like, why did I like the book? How did the book cover a topic? Things like that. So I decided I would do the who, what, when, where, why, all that. So starting with the what, again, the Berklee Jazz Bass. What I like about this a lot is there's 3 authors: Rich Appelman, Whit Brown, and Bruce Gertz. Now, when I was the head bass counselor at Musicians Institute, I got to know Rich Appelman, who was the bass chair at the time for Berklee College of Music. And what an amazing guy. First of all, generous with his knowledge, generous with his time, and man, knowledge like you wouldn't believe. He's written some of my favorite books. His Contemporary Reading Studies for Bass is excellent. I recommend it for anyone who's working on their sight reading, especially if you are planning to go to any music school, not just Berklee. Grab that book, read a page of it every day. When you get to the end of the book, start over again, change tempos, read slowly, read fast. That book's an amazing resource. I'm getting sidetracked. So Rich Appelman, amazing. I have one of Bruce Gertz's book, which I think it's called Walkin', which is a great jazz walking book on its own right. And I don't have anything yet. This is the first book with Whit Brown, but why does that make it so unique? So I'm kind of jumbling up. So how do they teach it? So how does this book work? Well, first of all, there's play-alongs, and you can, they now call it audio access, where instead of including a CD, because some people don't have CD players, or want to travel with one, you'll get a web link and you'll be able to listen to the files there. And when you're studying any topic, you'll see that some people have different approaches. And that could be in anything. Studying, like, say with ear training, it might not be that the ear training is different, but the way of teaching is different. When you have something stylistically like jazz, funk, rock, blues, people have different approaches. And I found this book amazing to me because, like, the very first thing they do is they give you a recorded example, and you can hear how each bass player approached it differently. And that alone was worth the price of admission, because you're getting not just one person's, like, here's what you should do. Now you're getting 3, and you're going to hear different applications. But there's so much about this book that I love, but the real fruit of this is how clearly they describe. Like, I'm going to just take one element, and I'm always careful because it's not my material. I don't want to give too much away or make it, I want you to buy the book if it's a topic you're interested in. But let's talk about, like, the transition from the last quarter note of a walking bass line to the first quarter note of the next measure. So I should say the last quarter note, beat 4 of a measure, to beat 1. That 4-to-1 connection they talk about. And they give you very clear ideas, like, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And it is so foundational, and it's so accessible. It's so you can understand it. So this book is full of so many great written examples. I just tell you what, this fruit has so much juice in it that you could squeeze forever and continually work on things. To that point, you'll notice I have a bookmark. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I have a bookmark. I went on vacation a couple weeks ago. I took this book. I've read it before, but I took it on vacation because I wanted to visit it again, because there is so much information here. All right, so that's how they do it. Why would you want it? Well, it's interesting. Why would you want to get this book? I think we all, no matter what level you are as a jazz player, you always can improve your improv and your walking and your soloing. And so let's say you're a beginner. This is a great book. This is a great book as a beginner jazz player. Now, I should say, this is kind of bleeding into the who is this book for. You need some prerequisite knowledge. You need to be able to, like, all the examples are written in standard notation. So you should be able to read basic notation. you should have an understanding of chord tones and basic theory. And I'm saying basic because it is all accessible theory. If you took like an intro to theory class in most colleges or universities, that's probably all you need to at least start working on this. And they will help you the rest of the way. So it's not like you need a high level music theory. I want you, if you are a beginner player, you have a private instructor, and you want to study jazz, this book's for you. If you're an intermediate jazz player and you're wondering why on certain tunes, certain progressions, or certain tempos your playing falls apart, this book's for you. If you're an advanced player / teacher, and that's, I never call myself an advanced player, but I'm a teacher. I love books like this because it shows you multiple views of how to describe something. It shows you, like, this is their approach to the sequence of what you should learn first, second, third. And it might be different than what I like, but I like getting this input. I like going, oh, you know what? That might be a better logical way to teach. And I just found this book to be helpful in every possible way. So yeah, who is it for? Any player wanting to work on the jazz, no matter what level there are now. And if you're a teacher and you want to find new, fresh ways to teach it, you've got to get this. I mean, 3 different approaches. It's brilliant. And I hope they do more of this. I would absolutely love more of like 3, it's not just in jazz, but if Berklee can find, I know they can, but Berklee finds like 3 players that are really great at funk and have 3 teachers give like this kind of instruction. I think it's amazing. I really like it. So where can you get it? Pretty much everywhere. I did a couple searches. I found so many retailers have it. Now the good news is it's Berklee Press is distributed by Hal Leonard. I've been in hundreds of music stores doing clinics or just because I like music stores, and almost anyone that sells music books has access to Hal Leonard. So try your local music store first, even if they don't have it in stock. A lot of times they can get it very quickly, and I always believe in supporting your local stores. If you don't have a local store, or your local store doesn't carry sheet music and things like that, which can happen, then of course online there's so many different ways to get it. It's a highly suggested book. I just cannot recommend it most. I think this is a wonderful resource, and I'm probably in my life going to read it multiple times and work on the exercises, and every single time I do, I become better. I can't say that about every book, so this is great. All right, so there's the bass book deep dive. You can kind of tell when I'm getting really enthusiastic about a book, I chew up my format. The who, what, when, where, I usually try to keep it very logical. Dude, I mished it all together because it's just that good. So trust me, if you want to work on jazz, this is the book to get. All right, thanks for stopping by. If you have the book already, please in the comments section share what your thoughts are. How did it help you? Did you find anything that was challenging about the book or that you couldn't quite get over? Let's resource it together. Maybe I can help you, or maybe someone else who reads the comments can go, oh yeah, I can help with that. If you buy the book, or you have more questions before you buy the book, of course, throw them in the comment section below. I try to answer within hours of seeing it. Sometimes I'm at my day job and I can't, but I try to, within a couple hours, reply. All right, man, thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoy this book if you get it, and I will see you at the next video.